the ball, down to our knees, pray to the God, we don't believe.
Man, y'all trying to help us? Help us. Bring the next step in. Help us. We need help. We asking. We begging you for help.
Because they try to make this like it's a isolated event. It's not an isolation event. It's an extinction level event. An African American man has the possibility in his lifetime to produce 4 children. When you take him, how many can he produce?
Hold firmly to the rope of God, all of you, and do not be separated. Remember the blessing of God upon you when you were enemies and he united your hearts. Then you became, with his blessings, brothers. And you were on the edge of a pit of fire and he saved you from it. It is thus that God clarifies for you his signs that you may be guided. Let there be a nation from among you who calls towards goodness and orders kindness and prohibits vice. These are the successful ones. Do not be like those who separated and differed after the clarity had come to them. For them is a painful retribution. To the family of Freddie Gray, do not mourn so, for your son died an unlawful death, and God keeps him. God does indeed have him. So I just want to say that times are really near, and it's that time that us as a people, we really need to take a step back and focus on ourselves and what we need to make better within ourselves for us to properly be effective. First of all, now is the time for a separation of the conscious from the unconscious. Not all of us are so ready, willing to die for our rights. Not all of us mourn for the pain that is felt. But all of you out there in Baltimore and from the deaths of those in the past, not all people really mourn. I hear conversations, my ears everywhere, so is my eyes. I read many things, and indeed a lot of our people don't care, and you will have people that speak against you, us all. They will speak against us, and they will make it believe that we as a people, there's a voice for us that says that we as a people, we're wrong. We shouldn't feel angry. We shouldn't feel like we need to respond to the years of oppression. We should not be tired. And I have to say that even in the good book, it says that those people will have to go. You cannot be here any longer because you are as much a part of the problem as the oppressors are. You are. We cannot have you around us or by our side. So we have to get rid of the distraction, because there is a major distraction within us. Us black people, there is a major distraction. Okay, so we need to focus on that. We understand who the enemy is, we understand what the enemy does, and we understand the goal of the enemy. But here's the thing what the enemy does. The enemy is unified. The enemy plans. The enemy is effective because it plans and it organizes. And it understands unity. And majority of them are on the same field. But see, we're not. We have a group of people that will riot. You have a group of people that will protest. And you have a group of people that will sit back and do nothing, say nothing, and care for it not, and say that you are wrong. You have people that are probably the problem of the image that society portrays our people. You have people, our own people, who are feeding our children, your children too, including theirs, with distasteful images of us, with the stereotypes. They're feeding it to them. because they digest it in themselves. And they keep it digested. They love it. They love it like McDonald's. That's their McDonald's. And they feed it to their children. And as we go on and on by our days, the minds of our children gets more and more and more unhealthy. Because they see their own people disgracing themselves, degrading themselves. There is a solution. Yes, it is called unity. But it's also called dividing from those who will not die for us, who will not die for you. Who, if your son died, they will not march with you. They will not plan with you to create something that will be effective of getting justice. For those who won't listen, for those who don't care, these messages aren't for you.
We'll take you there as well in 2 hours ahead tonight. The scene tonight in the Empowerment Temple AME Church, just northwest of where
they have an army. An army with weapons. An army that's organized. An army that's unified. There's no weak soldiers in their army. That's why they've been so effective. You know what you have to do. The message is clear. This is not a proposal for hate. This is not a proposal for destruction. It's a proposal for understanding. We need to come together. The time for games is over. The weak perish. And you want to give you a curfew like you are children. Children get curfews. You know why they treat you like children? Because children don't know better to be organized, to plan effectively and accordingly. They wild. They do what they do. They just act. Not really any thought put into it. So they treat you like children. You know where it starts. It's very clear to you. If you don't see now, then you will never see. And many more will die, and justice will never be.
Absolutely. Like you just said, my daughter's 14, and she's a freshman in high school.
Make the change.
She's living this. So when 10 years from now,
end the BS. End the games.
She can say, I stood here and I was
unity.
in that line. My mother had me here. So that protesting,
proper unity. Effective unity. Organized unity. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything.